True Review here, and I'm in the mood for something stealth related. So here is the list for top 10 ninjas in gaming.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready or not, here we go.
Zool! One of the OG ninjas on this list, Zool was first introduced to us on, let's see, the Genesis, the SNES, and I had it on the Amiga. But Zool was one badass dude whose everyday life was filled with hammering candy-related enemies into candy-related dirt in a world that's chock full with candy-related candy. you get it? Chock full? Yeah, I know, my life sucks right now, okay? Ibuki from Street Fighter 3. I've just realised that Street Fighter 3 keeps making an appearance in my videos these days. Well, must be due to the tons and tons of dudes that each new Street Fighter game presents. But Ibuki is a ninja, believe it or not. However, though she's a badass and hardcore ninja, Ibuki just wants to be an ordinary high school girl. Though if you take anime as gospel, then being in high school instantly means that you're either a ninja, a god in the making, or at the very least have superpowers. Jago from Killer Instinct. Jago is a member of the religious order known as the Monks of the Tiger, who worship the tiger spirit. It is this spirit, or demon as it turns out, where Jago draws his strength from, and with it is able to cause some proper carnage. There's nothing more concerning than a deadly ninja that's been backed by a demon. Nah, I mean...
Lane Goodman.
Rikimaru and Ayame. These two kind of come as a package deal from the Tenchu series. Both being part of the same ninja clan, and both acting as each other's partner in crime, or stealth as you wish, these two are a force to be reckoned with, and resemble more closely what real-life ninjas were like. Or at the very least, a little bit more realistic than, say, the last entry was. Joe Musashi. Joe Musashi was at one point the lead star in the Shinobi series, and was one of the more iconic characters in the early Sega and Nintendo period of gaming. Spending most of his time rescuing children from evildoers, or taking down said evildoers, Joe has established himself as one of the more chivalrous ninjas in gaming. Yuffie! And now for one who's not so chivalrous. Right, what is the fascination with Yuffie? She stole all of my materia at one point. I needed that to save the world. Or something. Anyway, better move on before this top 10 turns into a rant. Yuffie is a hidden, recruitable character from Final Fantasy VII. She's originally found hiding in the woods, and will attempt to fight your party if you're lucky enough to find her. Once on your team though, she'll add just a few more spanners to the already over-confusing story and plot, especially if you do her side mission. But yeah, she's here at number 5. Kasumi! One of the more famous Dead or Alive characters, Kasumi was originally part of a prestigious ninja clan, but decided to bail and ended up being labelled as an outcast. But there's more to it than that. Her brother was attacked by their uncle, who then bailed to enter the DOA tournament, and despite being ordered not to follow him, Kasumi decided to follow him in order to exact her revenge. Despite all of this though, Kasumi definitely stands out as one of the more famous ninjas in gaming. It was those 3 words to save my life. Scorpion! Okay, right now, in the comments, who's your favourite, Scorpion or Sub-Zero? Because honestly, my heart goes out to Sub-Zero, but hey, that's just me. However, I'd imagine that Scorpion is the slightly more famous of the two ninjas, and take into account that he's dead, back from hell, and can breathe fire, you know, not even mentioning his spear, I'd say that he takes the prize for most messed up / badass ninja of the two. Grey Fox. A man that needs no introduction, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Grey Fox is a cyborg ninja from the 1998 game Metal Gear Solid. wielding an unhuman amount of strength, as well as a razor-sharp sword that can slice through anything, from solid metal to solid snake to Ocelot's arm, and everything in between. Grey Fox comes across as an unstoppable, unaligned, and unpredictable force to be reckoned with. And although Snake ends up hammering the crap out of him because he wants to be hurt more and not in the sexual kind of way, Grey Fox still stands out as one of video gaming's most powerful and devastating ninjas, considering how he goes out, spoiler alert.
One more time, got me feeling so free.
Do I really need to say it? Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden. No competition, really. Ryu is at the top of everyone's list when it comes to ninjas, and there's a reason for that. If you've played any of the Ninja Gaiden games, then it becomes apparently obvious from the get-go. If you haven't played a Ninja Gaiden game before, then go do it now because you're missing out. But considering what Ryu has to go through each time, and the encounters that he faces, the enemies that are in his way, and at how such a disadvantage Ryu is at the start of each fight, and yet he still manages to pull off loads of sweet new jitsu moves and comes out unscathed, it's no wonder why he's always considered the number one ninja in all of Gaming Town. And I'm out of here. But before that, if you happen to be a ninja from Gaming Town, then like and subscribe as always, and break out your sweet ninja stealth moves by stalking me on Twitter through @true_reviewer. See you next time.
Life is killing me. I swear sometimes I think this life is killing me. I swear sometimes I think this life is killing me.